Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasade Gora Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasade Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Shri Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Shri Gauranitai. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Jaya Radhe. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudeva, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Go Premanande. Shri Shri Krishna Balaram Ji ki jai. Go Nitai ki. Shri Shri Radha Shama Sundar Lalita Vishaka Devi ki jai. Jai Go Premanande. All glories to assembled devotee. Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all to these English sections of Bhagavad Gita. Today we'll be treating chapter 1, chapter 1, text 32 to 35, titled Observing the Amins. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So what I plan to do today, we will take the first sloka, then look at the translation and Srila Prabhupada's purport. I will try to stress the class to 5, rather to 5. The class end what time again? 5:30. So I will try to stress this to 6:20 or thereabout. Then we can take some reflection questions and thereon. Okay. Hare Krishna. So the first sloka we take together. Kim no rājyaṁ govinda, kim bhogair jīvitena, yeṣām arthe kāṅkṣitaṁ, rājyaṁ bhogair sukhāni, kino rājyaṁ govinda, kim bhogair jīvitena, yeṣām arthe kino rājyaṁ bhogair sukhāni. I think that is the first sloka here, right? That is the chapter 132 sloka. Then the second sloka also. Ta itmi vishta yuddhe prāṇāṁ dashnacha ācāryāḥ pitma putrās tvacha patnaha muddhā sura pritaḥ siya sambandhinas etān hanta kaścina gantu api madhustarachan api trailokya-rājyasya hito kana mahī-kṛte nitya discharanaha kapita sahijana. Somebody try. Kim rājyaṁ govinda, kim bhogair
yeṣām arthe kāṅkṣitaṁ no, rājyaṁ bhogaḥ sukhāni ca.
Okay, we go to the translation. O Govinda. I read the translation that we can take it together. O Govinda, of what avail to us our kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on this battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, married uncles, father-in-laws, grandsons, brother-in-laws, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entity, I am not prepared to fight with them even in exchange for the free world, let alone this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of this Tirastra? So we read it together. O Govinda, what avail to us our kingdom,
Whatever to us our kingdom,
happiness or even life itself,
happiness or even life itself,
when all those for whom we may desire,
when all those for whom we may desire,
they are now arrayed on the battlefield, on this battlefield.
they are now arrayed on this battlefield.
O Madhusudana,
O Madhusudana,
when teacher,
when teachers,
father, sons, grandfathers, married uncles, father-in-laws, grandsons, brother-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties, are standing before me. Why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entity, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the three worlds, let alone this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of this Tirastra? Srila Prabhupada's purport. Arjuna has addressed Krishna. Arjuna has addressed Lord Krishna as Govinda because Krishna is the object of all pleasure for cows and the senses. By using this significant word, Arjuna indicates that Krishna should understand what will satisfy Arjuna's senses. But Govinda is not made for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy the senses of Govinda, however, then automatically our own senses are satisfied. Materially, everyone wants to satisfy his senses. And he wants God to be the order supplier for such satisfaction. The Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entity as much as they deserve, but not to the extent that they may covet. But when one takes the opposite way, namely, when one tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desiring to satisfy one's own senses, then by the grace of Govinda, all desires of the living entity are satisfied. Arjuna's deep affection for community and family members is exhibited here partly due to his natural compassion for them. He is therefore not prepared to fight. Everyone wants to show his opulence to friends and relatives. But Arjuna feared that all his relatives and friends will be killed on the battlefield, and he will be unable to share his opulence up to victory. This is a typical calculation of material life. The transcendental life, however, is different. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desire of the Lord, he can, Lord willing, accept all kinds of opulence for the service of the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept a fat thing. Arjuna did not want to kill his relatives, and if there were any need to kill them, he desired that Krishna kill them personally. At this point, he did not know that Krishna had already killed them before their coming into the battlefield, and that he was only to become an instrument for Krishna. This fact is disclosed in following chapter. As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against his miscreant cousins and brother, but it was the Lord's plan that they should be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against wrongdoers, but the Lord does. But the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by miscreants. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excused no one who has done harm to his devotee. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants, although Arjuna wanted to excuse them. Hare Krishna. Om Agyan Timiran Yasyan Jana Jana Shlakya Chakshu Ominitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutane Shimanti Kavishenda Swami Tinami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutane Shimanti Bhaktivedanta Swami. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Visishya Sunyabhari Piskatya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The translation again. O Govinda, of what avail to us our kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on this battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teacher, father, sons, grandfather, married uncles, father-in-laws, grandsons, brother-in-laws, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and property and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me, O maintainer of all living entity? I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the free worlds, let alone this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of this Tirasra? So Arjuna has explained his plight. I will take a little note from Baladev Vidya Bhushan, then before we'll enter into the dynamic purport of Srila Prabhupada. Baladev Vidya Bhushan comment on this chapter. Arjuna addressing the Lord as Govinda means, you know, Vedante. Vedante means somebody who can ascertain or who knows the functions of all my senses, senses. Therefore, please understand that please understand what I am thinking. He tells his reason for not wanting a kingdom. Having given up the desire for life, prana, and wealth, Dishni, they are standing ready to fight. The word desires, okay. In giving up their lives, they should have a desire for kingdom. They should have no desire for kingdom. wealth. In giving up their life, they should have a desire for kingdom wealth to give happiness to their friends. But their inclination to fight is useless, since this kingdom will be destroyed. If you being very merciful will not kill them, they will certainly kill you and obtain your kingdom without opposition. Having no desire to kill them, even if they attack me, even if I attain a kingdom of a free world, what to speak of attaining just this earth? Apart from others, at least these sons of this Tirasa should be killed, because it is possible to be happy, having killed those that give so much trouble. Having killed Duryodhana and others, what peace would we Pandava who remain have? None at all. It is not proper to keep brothers for a temporary semblance of happiness, but it will lead to long time suffering in air, O Jananda. So this is Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary. But I want to start from the translation itself before we take some few points from Srila Prabhupada's purports and let you elaborate on that. So here we see Arjuna is addressing Krishna. There is a sense there, O maintainer of the living entity, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange. First of all, I want us to take note of this particular word, O maintainer of all living entity. So if Krishna is the maintainer of all living entity, so why will Arjuna hesitate not to carry out Krishna's order? This is a philosophical question. Because let us take it closer to ourselves, let you. For instance, if a good husband maintains her wife properly, there will be no hindrance for the wife not to execute the order of the husband, right? But if the wife is not very confident about the husband, then will she be able to carry out that duty? Any thought on this? Any thoughts? Here Arjuna is addressing Krishna as the maintainer of all living entity. At the same time, he is hesitating to carry out Krishna's will. So we can see that this particular address is actually what the whole system of ISKCON is based on. Krishna maintains everyone. Just like it is said that who Krishna wants to take, nobody can protect. And who Krishna wants to save, nobody can kill. And we see good example of this little aphorism. For instance, Parishit was gone in the womb of Uttara. But Krishna, because Krishna wants to protect him, his life was preserved. That signifies that if we actually keep this particular word that Arjuna has given to heart, we are fully protected in the mission and journey of Krishna consciousness. But fortunately, sometimes it's always the opposite, as Srila Prabhupada says in the purport. First of all, it addressed the word govinda. Govinda means goal. Krishna is the master of the senses, or who give the cow's pleasure. Arjuna is requesting, since you are the master of the senses, you should be able to ascertain what is within my heart. In the purpose, Srila Prabhupada gives very important note that we may think about. He said, by using this significant word, Arjuna indicates that Krishna should understand what would satisfy Arjuna's senses. But Govinda is not meant for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy the senses of Govinda, however, then automatically our own senses will be satisfied. A perfect example he is giving here now. You're like, if you water the branches, the twigs, the leaves, etc., one have not done justice to the tree, because the tree will not get nourished. But if you water the roots directly, the twigs, the branches, the leaves, they all will be satisfied. This is the example we are taking from here. We cannot satisfy the hand or give food to the hand thinking that the stomach will be satisfied or other parts of the body will be satisfied. Or give food to the eyes thinking that the stomach and other parts will be satisfied. Or to the head. No. But when food goes direct to the stomach, other parts of the body is automatically nourished and satisfied. But the ability to keep this in focus, this is the problem we all face day in, day out. How to put Krishna first. How to push Krishna first. Well, it's difficult, but it's possible. This is the institution Srila Prabhupada has given us. How to put Krishna first. Because when Krishna is satisfied, automatically what we need, to live in this world will come. But it's always there. I want to be in the center of everything I do. A practical example is given. In Mahabharata, I think, there was a king. This king was King Nahush. Nahush is full with so much wisdom, to the extent that sometimes Indra himself will consult his wisdom. King Nahush. Indra will consult his wisdom oftentimes. Not only Indra, even the devas in the heavenly planet, they know of his wisdom. As sometimes Indra was about to create a conflict on a particular sage who was going through penance. So Indra have assembled the ācāryāḥs, the dancing girls in his kingdom, to dance, about 4 of them, to dance so that he can pick one among the 4. But it was so extreme that these 4 ācāryāḥs, their dance was superb. At the end of the tunnel, he was able to pick out 2 among the 4. Urvashi and Ramba. Still, these 2 have to compete. But it bewildered Indra to actually knows which of these 2 ācāryāḥs was the best. He could not ascertain. So he thought that for me to get the best of these 2 ācāryāḥs, because I need one, both of them, Urvashi will show one particular style. Ramba will show a different. In fact, their dancing was so expert. So what he did was to consult King Nahush. So King Nahush has his earthly planet. It's an earthly personality. So one time Indra has gone to meet King Nahush regards to this particular dancing asuras. So he has requested King Nahush to please, I want you to help me out on a particular issue. I want to make use of one of the asuras, but I have put them into contest, and both of them dance very well. I'm unable to actually, figure out the best. So Nahush tried to find out in details what was Indra's plan, but Indra didn't disclose his plan. He only wanted Nahush's wisdom, regards to which one is the best. So as soon as Indra had given his words of request, he left. But Nahush, being a wisdom personified, he prayed. So as soon as he was praying, he had some sound of being. Woo, 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 woo. So when he opened his eyes, it was two bees. And the two bees entered into the bowl of a lotus flower. And he was about to leave to Indraloka. So these two bees, he could not make any sense to him. The noise of the bee, and as soon as they made such noise and they entered into the bowl of the flower, so he took the two flowers with him. Meanwhile, the two bees were still inside the bowl. So he left for Indra's kingdom. So as soon as he arrived, the competition of the two asuras begins. Believe me also that for the past 10-15 minutes, King Nahush was bewildered. Which one was the best? Because the two asuras were extremely good dancers. So at one point, he realized the bull, the being inside the flower, and the two dancers. A realization comes to him what it means. So at one point of the dancing, he stopped there. He said, oh, you perfect dancer, you perfect dancer. In fact, both of you are extreme. So the two flowers he has brought from the earth, he gave one the flower, he gave the other the flower. He said, you now continue the dancing. Oversee, start the dancing. Rājyaṁ also begin the dancing. But there is a point here which the king has finalized. So as the dancing begins, Rājyaṁ somehow squeezed the flower, and the bee got stuck his hand, and she lost strength of dancing. But Urvashi was still very active, giving different style of dancing. So as soon as the bee stick Ramba, he throws the flowers away, and he noticed that the being inside the flower left the flower. Then King Nahush raised up his hands for the dance to stop. So Indra and all other hosts were there. So he told Indra, Indra, you have gotten who you want for your mission. Urvashi is the best dancer because her dancing is natural. Then Indra asked, how do you discover this? He said, I have come here with two flowers, and these two flowers, there is being inside. But Ramba could not, her dancing was not very natural. Because of that, she screws the bee with the flower and she gets stick. But Urvashi was very natural. Though the flower was a humble, she held the flower with a very, conscious, heart. Therefore, the bee was still asleep when she was dancing. Say, yeah, this is your dancing. But the story does not end there. This is just to show the quality of Nahush. when Indra kills a Vitasura, he was to hide somewhere which nobody could discover. Even the different devas who are very skilled, they could not find Indra. He was under a stream, under the water. The bull that is on top of the water, he was under that. Nobody could discover where Indra was. And when Indra was not in the planet, who managed the heavenly planets? So the devas have to request. They have to request King Nahush to please come and reagent before. According to that section of Mahabharata, King Nahush in the beginning was very fair. He was really dharmic, dispensing justice, doing his managerial duty very nicely. But understand what we're talking here, just what Prabhupada has mentioned. This tendency of me wanting to be the front, I should be recognized, I should be in the center of the world. It grows in him. Why? Because now there is much resources, more this bewildered saying, and King Nahush becomes so full with arrogancy and pride. One time, he was in the kingdom when he saw Indrarani, Indra's wife. So he requests his entourage to stop Indra's wife. And he said, since Indra is no longer available, I'm now the new Indra. You should be my wife. So that was not very palatable to Indrarani, Indra's wife. But King Nahush was very forceful. Was really very forceful to the extent that there was some threatening involved. That Indra's wife has to go to meet Brihaspati, for some shelter. But the point here, Brihaspati was conversant with what will happen because Indra's wife was also very intelligent. But he has subject to Indra's wife what to do. So Indra's wife has sent a message to King Nahush. I will become your wife as you propose, but you have to give me like 2 weeks. There is a vow, there is a yagya I want to conduct. And after these 2 weeks, then certainly we will come together. Within these 2 weeks, Sachi has made different plans to find out whereabouts of Indra. Sachi has sent Agni, Surya, Vayu, so many to search, but none of them could search where Indra actually was. So, but somehow he has to consult with Upasuti. Upasuti is like a deva that when we sleep, we get some realization of what is going to happen the following day. Sometimes people say we dream of this thing and it will happen. So through this deva, he was able to understand that Indra was in one kund, forgetting the Sarovar's kund again. He was there hiding. So he met with Indra and disclosed the intention of King Nahush. So Indra also gave a plan. So before the 14 before the elapsing of the period he requested from Nahush, she has gone to meet Nahush. And Nahush was very happy that not me going to meet her now. She is coming voluntarily. Perhaps he has agreed to my proposal. So she said to Nahush, I will agree to all you have said, but do me one favor, because you are the royal king. Everyone worship you. For me to come to your abode, to be your wife, you have to come to my place with a palanquin. And this palanquin, the men who will carry this palanquin will be sages. Because King Nahush was very powerful to the extent everybody, all the devas and sages, bow before him. So King Nahush didn't consider the request as something so wonderful. He see it as insignificant. Because he was in power. So he felt that this is a way to get my desire fulfilled. So he actually make all the different personality, big sages, to take up his palanquin, to carry his palanquin to where Sachi was living. So as he was on top of the palanquin, among the sages who has carried him were Agastya Muni. Agastya Muni was not tall. Somehow the palanquin was going towards, was like sinking down towards inside. So this troubles him. And so he was saying, move faster, sharp, move faster. So somehow, a sage who knows the absolute truth, oftentimes was using this word, and he kicked Agastya Muni. Then they anger Agastya Muni. The Agastya Muni caused him that sharp means fast, also means serpent. He said, this word you mentioned, you become this sword, you become this serpent. So as soon as he gave him a cost, he fell down from the heavenly planet to the earthly planet. But there was one thing, that is the good fortune. We say the cost of the sage is also a benediction to the person involved. And we can see this from the life of Manigriva and Nala Kuvera. When he was leaving heavenly planet, all that has led to his downfall was still there within his mind. And the cause also has a rectification. And the rectification is that when you hold the brother of the Pandava, and when you meet with Yudhishthira and learn the principle of leadership from him, then you will be absolved from the cause of being a python. Yeah, the soul, there's an extension to that which we will leave, but we just bring up this story to show that it's not by our mind, it's by the will of the spiritual master. Because if we try to follow the will of the spiritual master, automatically the sense of how to please, the sense of govinda, will be established in our heart. And the whole forum we have in this ISKCON Monday, ISKCON Vrindavan Monday, is to create the sense, not me in the front, but Krishna in the front. Krishna in the front. Krishna in the front. Just like people will say, when Krishna is in the center of the family will become Krishnized. But sometimes it all depends on the understanding of bringing that Krishnized family a reality. Because the benefit is so immense. In the purport, you see, if we try to satisfy the senses of Krishna, automatically, it also goes to tell us that we cannot please the world. We cannot please the world. But when we please God, the world becomes pleased. Because when you try to please people, people will always come up with different agenda and intention. How do you buckle that? How do you balance that? But when you try, just simply try to please Krishna, satisfy Krishna, automatically, people will become pleased. Let's take a good note of Mahaprasad. Generally, there are some people who are so much reluctant to eat this, to eat that. But when it comes to Mahaprasad, nobody had that thought of relentancy. What is the intention here? The intention is that this is Krishna's medicine. This is Krishna's medicine. So it's no longer me prasad or me cook. It's Krishna. Krishna has given his medicine through the prasad. And once we take it, we become Christianized and be Krishna conscious. So, but the beginning is that we have to learn how to satisfy Krishna. And the process to establish this satisfaction, there are so much in the purport, but because of, like as I said before, and the process of satisfying the senses of Krishna, this is what we do day in, day out. Because if we are not reminder, if we don't remind ourselves, or we are not being informed, there's a tendency to always forget. And the tendency of this forgetfulness is that me first. I should be satisfied then before God. And this again we can see in the light of King Vena in Canto 4 in Srimad Bhagavatam. King Vena was appointed to manage the kingdom. But what happens, all that glorify the Lord, all that give the Lord pleasure, he checked those things. He stopped all those things. To the extent that the sages, the brahmana who are involved in this yajna for the pleasure of the Lord, they request him, oh, king, you don't do this. This is what gives the Lord pleasure. He said, these guys, you are all stupid. You're making a big mistake. You're thinking about somebody else who you don't know. But the person who is maintaining you, you are not in love with that person. He put it in a form of a paramour. A man with a wife, a woman is not satisfied with his legitimate husband. Though the legitimate husband give the wife all that she desires, but still he's thinking about somebody else outside. He's thinking about some boy that will fulfill. So this was the scenario, King Vena established. I should be the one enjoying all this sacrifice. Why do you think about somebody else? So this mentality we desire, we struggle to give up, the mentality of me first. But it should be Krishna first. And that is where we get our fulfillment and nourishment, just like we've said in the beginning. You won't do justice to a tree if you water the branches, the twig, it is seed. But you will do justice to a tree if you water the roots. Similarly, you will do justice to this anatomy, the physics of the body, by trying to satisfy the stomach. When the stomach is satisfied, every other part of the body automatically it will get nourished. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry, just time. So we take some questions, some reflection, so we can. Yes.
You gave the example at the end of prasadam.
Yes.
And we have offered our prasadam, offered bhogair to Krishna, he accepts and returns it.
Yes.
We do not have a duty to eat that prasadam. Now, if the prasadam is in the form of sweets, and we are diabetic, as many people in India are,
Yeah.
then we cannot accept the prasadam.
Thank you.
So, although he has a duty to maintain us,
Absolutely.
he has given us something that we cannot accept.
Absolutely.
So, in this particular case, we have to use our intelligence. Now, if the person is not intelligent and takes the prasadam and gets worse diabetes,
Yeah, very good question.
is that Krishna's fault or is it his fault?
Whatever we undergo in life, whether hot or cool, we are not really in control. The Lord is in control. Everything, the Lord is in control. The point is this, because Krishna is Bhagavan, yeah, we give varieties. And in that variety, you will see the one that will suit your nature. Krishna always takes varieties. Even the Maha water, the water is also Mahaprasad. If you take the Maha water, what happens? You also take you leave the sweet, you take the Maha. Taking Tulsi leaf is also Mahaprasad. But sometimes, when I speak with a bunch of students, especially the medical school students and the law students, I try and encourage them. There is difference between bandara and Mahaprasad. Anybody can offer bandara. Bandara means free food. People cook, you see them here and there hanging on the roads, distributing these things. But this is not Mahaprasad. This is an intention of punya. I want some credit. Because of this, I'm doing this. But it's quite different from Mahaprasad. To get Mahaprasad, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he has to be with love and devotion. The mind have to be in a cool state. And the consciousness have to regulate. So that you can prepare without tasting. Krishna tastes first, not me tasting first. So there are many things that will help us when it comes to Mahaprasad. Not only the sweet, but today I also have some Mahaprasad for you, but it's not sweet. Very tasty one. I have some Mahaprasad here with me also. So any other question? I think. Yes, please.
Because here we're seeing the conflict is coming in the family, and you mentioned Krishna is the center of the family, it goes smoothly.
Yeah.
But even amongst devotee families, when we get off track, sometimes it's very difficult to get back on track.
Absolutely.
Any help?
Very good. The question you raised is very good. Sometimes I compare devotees' relationship with the teeth and tongue. The teeth and tongue, they are best of friends, right? Best of friends. Their relationship is very cordial. But sometimes the teeth cause the tongue pain, even to the extent there is blood. Yeah, there is blood. But the tongue will not complain. He will try to understand, what is it that I do not do right? So devotee's relationship is like that. If we think that the scale is beyond us. It's something we cannot handle. There is no need to take it, to approach it in the form of a fly. You know, fly is always saying, where is the stool? No, you try to approach those who have some intelligence. In Vrindavan here we have so many intelligent people. Not just being intelligent, people who are actually evolved spiritually. But they are not carried away by sentimental egos and recognition. Maybe I should mention a few names. There's no room, there's no what we call it, a barrier. Mention people who are, for instance, Devakshakti Mataji. We have Panchagura Prabhu, Mukunda Dakta Prabhu. These are people who have sufficient wisdom. But they are not carried away by sentimental egos. So situation like this, if we think that I cannot handle it, but there is no need to approach it in the form of a fly, telling this, telling that, you look to those who are advanced and approach. What can I do, or what do you think would be best for me in this kind of approach? So the same light we are seeing from Arjuna. Arjuna is not going here to complain to different relations about his experience, but he's telling the Supreme Lord, you give me the best alternative on what to do. So Prabhupada says in the purport, these people, they're already gone. But Krishna just wants Arjuna to become an instrument. So we are here to become an instrument of the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. So, and that becoming an instrument is not something that happens overnight. It begins from hearing, studying, as we hear from Mukunda Datta, Srila Prabhupada's disciple. These are personalities who have studied so much tika, but still they are still encouraging us. Let us study Srila Prabhupada's book. Let us study Srila Prabhupada's book, because by studying Srila Prabhupada's book, we come to a unique understanding of how to approach issues, which is very important in life. He said, your case may be very nice, may be very sweet, but if your lawyer is not sweet, the case will be jeopardized. Just a digression from. It's okay? Last question. Yes, please.
I didn't hear anything because I came so late.
No problem. Next time you come early.
I have a different question. I just started chanting.
Very good.
But the thing is that I am chanting here, but my mind is wandering all over around. So whenever I pull back, after like 30 seconds, it's again going somewhere. So how and what? And I feel guilty about it.
Very good. Well, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be guilty about it, but you being guilty about it is also nice because you want to improve.
Yeah, because whenever the harder I'm trying, the quicker mind is going out.
Yeah. I will not say that I sympathize with you, but I will say I appreciate your exposure, your openness, in the sense that this is how we'll improve. We all who are sitting down here will have, in the very beginning, a similar experience. Yeah, it's not a new thing. So clap for yourself. So it's not a new thing. But the point is this. It said, learning makes perfect. So the more you practice, the more you see that you are improving. As soon as you call Krishna, the mind will be in the present. one of the challenges that the modern students face is that mentally they are somewhere, physically they are present. Physically they may be present, but mentally they are somewhere. It's not a student, these things happen. But the mantra, one of its efficiency is to bring us to the present, because present is where we have the action taking place. So if we are not in the presence, how can we function properly? So your question is good. The reason why it's good, because you are in the forum, in the association of devotees who are doing the same thing you are doing. But they have been doing it for long. So the more you associate with them, the more you grow. So if you have a small business and you want your business to grow, what do? You associate with people who have grown their business. So the same thing. And the more you come like this to this forum, you relate with devotees who's older than you. You see that at one time you begin to have so much love and taste for chanting the holy name. The holy name is very sweet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He said, this world, this Kali Yoga, there are so many troubles, so much hypocrisy. One thing that stands out to give us contentment and fulfillment and peace is this Mahamantra. So you are so fortunate. You're beginning to have a sense of its taste and bliss. So
I haven't completed the full mala because whenever my mind wanders around, I start from beginning. Again, I go from 8 to 10, and again my mind runs away somewhere. So I haven't completed, like from last 5 days, I'm trying to complete one mala without wandering anywhere.
So, but there's something you should keep in mind as you chant. This will help you a lot. Always remember this and never forget it. You see, the mind is like a chua. You know the meaning of chua?
Yes.
What is chua?
Mouse.
Mouse. Okay, good. You know very well. So, if you want to, for instance now, if we have chua in this room, we cannot have chua in this room because all the corners. So if you have chua in your room and you want to get rid of that chua, what do? So the mantra is like that. The mantra is like a rat trap. Because the mind, like rat, he wants to go and destroy many things. First of all, he wants to destroy our concentration.
Whatever we want to do, he just wants to
Positive things we have, he wants to create some conflicts. So when we take up the mantra, it's like we are setting the trap for the rat to come in. You see, as soon as the rat comes in, what happens? You don't have any tension whether your documents, your things will be messed up. So the same thing applies. So always keep this in mind, that the mind is like a chua, it's like a rat. And the mantra is to help you keep the mind calm. Okay. Yeah, we all are trying. The more we try, the more we get strength to do better. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So there is some prasad.